key to these preps is actually committing to the prep and putting my passion, my will, my desire into the prep itself and not just the event. When the event comes, the event's going to be easy. It's going to be easy to go out there and give 100%. But the effort has to be put into now, the prep. Because if I don't do the work, come race day, come 27th of April in London, doesn't matter how bad I want it. If I haven't prepared, if I haven't put the work in, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to get 2 hours 59.59. So work starts now, dedication, the preparation, the effort goes into these workouts. So here we go. During this series, I'm preparing to run sub 3 hours at the 2025 London Marathon. We want to take you through our journey to sub 3 so that you can do the same. From fat addict to sober athlete, I spent the past 3 years running 100-mile races, ultra triathlons, and even breaking a world record. I've spent a lot of time running far. Now it's time to run fast. So let's lace up, dial in, and make it happen.
What is happening, people? Welcome to the video. It is another week of marathon training in the attempt to break sub 3 in London. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking all about the long run and why it's important to incorporate those marathon paces or faster into your long runs. Now, a common theme throughout this prep is going to be to train how we want to race and to race how we've trained. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing this Saturday. This Saturday, when I go out and do this long run, I want to be getting into the mindset that I want to be in when I go to race in London. I want to be practicing my fueling, what I'm going to eat in the build up, the day before, and also the morning of the run. I want to be practicing what gear I'm going to be wearing, what shoes I'm going to be wearing, what gels I'm going to be taking. That's really important as well. We'll do another video on nutrition. But we don't want to put too much difference between what we're doing in training in these serious long runs and what we're doing on race day. So as you know, guys, nothing new on race day, and train how you race to race how you train. I think there's too many people out there that are just going and jogging their long runs. Now, there is a place for that in any marathon build. However, when it comes to these long runs, you do want to be teaching your mind, your legs, your body, your whole system, what it's going to be like to be running at those paces when you're 20, 30, 35K into a run. And that's what we're going to be practicing on Saturday. That's why it's important. You can't just go out and jog these long runs and then expect to turn on a switch or turn into a superhero on that race day. That is not going to end well. The marathon gods are not going to like that. If you come up ill prepared, it's not going to be a good day for you. So we're practicing all of that on Saturday, and hopefully it's going to be a good run and a good tester to see what those marathon paces feel like during the run. And marathon training is not really something that we should overcomplicate. You really only need 3 runs. First one is an easy run. The second one is some kind of speed work. This could be tempo, threshold. This could be mile repeats, some kind of speed work with shorter distances, and then long runs. And long runs are what we have this week. I'm looking forward to it. Now, I've got a little bit more work to finish off, and then we're gonna go off to see Akram. Now, Akram is an Everybodies athlete, and he's taken on the challenge of doing 4 half Ironmans every week throughout Ramadan. And he's doing these half Ironmans fasted. So no fuel, no water, no electrolytes, nothing. Now, half marathons are challenging even on the best day, but to do it fasted is gonna be really tough. So let's go see how he's getting on. It's a really hot day today, so hopefully he's doing okay. He should be finishing the swim by the time we get there. So let's go see him. Today we're looking at Akram, because Akram is doing something a little bit different. What is he doing? So he's doing half Ironman every Friday throughout Ramadan. So obviously he's fasted, he's doing these things fasted, which is not ideal. Obviously you want to be fueled up, especially it's hot today. Like he's doing the first one today, it's very hot. We're behind it basically. These are the kind of people we want to surround ourselves with. It's people that are getting after it, people that are pushing the boundaries. And this is definitely pushing the boundaries, man. What do you think, Boreas? So this morning we ran 10 kilometers at a nice easy pace. I've got a long run coming up on Sunday with some marathon paces into it. So yeah, just getting ready for that. Doing some easy running, keeping the heart rate low. We'll go into that in the next one. But yeah, let's see what happens with him. He's like halfway through the swim. I think he's just finishing now actually, and we'll get him on the transition. These are the kind of people you gotta be around, man. Fucking pushing the boundary
too, brother.
I've never heard of anyone doing this before.
No, I looked it up. It's very dangerous. No one wants to put himself in this craziness.
For marathon training, tomorrow we have a long run. So we've got a 26-kilometer run with some marathon pace in there. The reason I'm saying that is because when I'm doing these long runs, the preparation basically starts now for these. So I'm gonna make sure I'm fueled up and that I'm eating sufficient carbs throughout the day. And especially I'll have a carb-rich meal tonight. There are gonna be elements of these big runs that we can't control. For example, the weather we can't control. How we feel we possibly can't control to a degree. But what can we control? I'm gonna control my sleep, make sure I get a good night's sleep. And I'm gonna be controlling my nutrition, making sure I'm having carbs and electrolytes so that I'm feeling good heading into tomorrow. So get a nice meal now, wake up early tomorrow, and we're gonna get after it. So we'll see you tomorrow. It's the night before the long run. What I like to do is plan out everything before. So I always have all my gear laid out, and in terms of nutrition, I always have everything laid out right here. I've got my Activate ready to take in the morning. And then on these longer efforts, I usually take some kind of solid food. So I'll take a banana and some bread. Usually I'll take sourdough. I've got my gels ready. And I've got some caffeine here as well. So this is all laid out from the night before. So it's ready for me to go when I wake up. So I'm gonna make sure I get a good night's sleep, ready to go for tomorrow. Let's do this. This one's going to be a really important pillar of the prep. It's a long run, 26K, and we're going to be sprinkling in some marathon paces. So it's going to be a 4K warm-up, followed by 4K at marathon pace, and then 1K easy. And we're going to do that 4 times with a cool down. Now, as we get deeper into the prep, these marathon pace blocks are going to increase, and they're going to get a little bit faster. So this is how we're starting off. It's all about getting used to that pace and making that marathon pace feel easier. So that's what we've got on the cards today. Making sure that we're fueled up. I've had 2 scoops of Activate. I've had some toast, a banana, making sure I've got enough electrolytes. It's going to be hot this morning. So I'm ready to smash it. I've had a good night's sleep, ready to rock and roll. So yeah, this is going to be a good confidence booster going into the rest of the prep. So let's go after it. And I've just picked up these ketone IQs. So I'm going to try these for the first time. Now, they're supposed to be pretty good. So ketones are usually produced by your liver when you're in ketosis, which means when you don't have carbs. But obviously with these, you can get them straight away, and it's basically an energy source. So these have no caffeine, no sugar, just a pure energy source. So yeah, see if it gives me energy. Ooh. It's definitely potent. Oh, it feels funny. Like it feels like it's gonna do something. It feels I wouldn't say it feels like, it doesn't taste like a chemical, but
it's not caffeine, yeah?
No, it's not caffeine, but it tastes powerful. You know, like when you're a kid and you try alcohol for the first time, you're like, yeah, this is going to do something to my body. That's what it feels like. So we'll see what it does. I've got my workout programmed in. So I've done all the paces, 4 on, 1 off marathon pace workout, 4 intervals, total of 26K. Here we go.
First set.
How are you feeling?
Feels pretty good. As always, probably try to start right on pace, and then if I have more in the tank on the last couple of sets, I'll probably go a little bit faster. I feel good so far.
What's your easy pace?
5:30.
You prefer running in London or Dubai?
Oh, London, 100%. Cooler. It's funny because at this pace, it seems like I'm going super slow. It's all relative. Like if I was to start my run off at this pace, it would feel like I couldn't keep up, but obviously because you're going fast and then you slow down, like this 5:15 pace, it just feels like very easy. So that's what it's all about, is getting used to those fast speeds so the slower ones feel easier. So I'm gonna take in some more fuel. Got 2 sets left. Okay, last set. So we're going into the unknown right now because I've never really gone at these marathon paces this deep into a run. So we're how many K into the run? We're coming up to 19K into the run, and yeah, I got 4 more Ks at marathon pace. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna try to finish a bit faster on this next one. Okay, so going into the cool down now, and we'll check the splits when we stop. So yeah, 5:15 pace to cool down, 5:30 maybe, and then we're done. Oh, it's hot. That last set was tough. Woo. Later on in the prep will be like 35K, similar, but maybe like 7K efforts, and then progressively getting faster. So we're starting off, we're easing our way into it basically.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be basically, when it comes to the long run, it's gonna be a harder long run like this, and then typically next week will be more of an easy, steady long run. And then, yeah, we alternate. And then the long runs will get harder and longer as we get deep into the prep.
Okay, another brick stacked. Man, I'm glad that's over. That was a tough workout. So my average for the runs was 4:13, 4:12, 4:12, and then the last set was 4:11. So again, progressively trying to get faster. Now I've said this before, but in any one session, we don't want to go too hard. We've got a long prep ahead of us. For example, I feel like I could have done another set maybe, but you got to remember, it's not just our aerobic system and our anaerobic systems that we're working. It's our ligaments, it's our tendons, it's our muscles, fibers. All these things take time to adapt. So we don't want to push too far and too hard and lead to injuries. So we're just trying to be sensible. We've got a long prep ahead of us, and it was a good session. Got another brick laid, and we're ready to go into the next one. Our minds are the most powerful tool there is. When I was going into that last set, I was on my 4th kilometer, and on each of the sets, going into that 4th kilometer was so hard, and I was just dreading that last kilometer. So on that last set, I was in my 4th kilometer, but I thought I was in my 3rd. So it didn't feel hard yet. So as I was ending, I thought I had another one to go. So I kind of tricked myself without realizing into thinking it was easy when obviously it wasn't. That kind of got me through it. It just goes to show you that your mind can get you through something. Okay, so that's one step closer to London in April. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I hope you have some takeaways from this. Join us in next week's video when we're going to be diving into recovery and how to keep our bodies ready for these sessions.